Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Morelli Sound live stream. My name is Patrick Morelli, and today we are going to be doing a production sandbox. A production sandbox is essentially just me producing live on the stream and kind of explaining what I'm doing the best I can as I go, and I'll try and be as detailed as possible. But the whole purpose is just to kind of produce part of a song. We could get through a whole song. We never know. You never know what's going to happen. But the whole concept is to produce part of a song and do it live, explain it, and hopefully you guys can take something from that. I've been primarily focusing on electronic music lately. That's where my mind has been. So I'm going to be making bass music today. So bass music, it's a really it's an interesting style. Usually is around anywhere from 140, 155, that range. You can even go a little bit higher, a little bit lower than that. But it's typically with very, very distinct big bass sounds, low just subby bass sounds and patterns, and there's typically a call and response that kind of happens in there. So really where most of this stuff is going to be happening is in Serum this time. I'm going to be sound designing some bass sounds in Serum, some patterns, and I'm going to try and just go and explain it as best as I can. There is a really good plugin that I recently got that I'll show you. It's a free plugin. It's kind of something I use in my mixing method now. So we'll get into all that stuff. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. I've got Ableton pulled up right here on my computer. We are ready to go. As some of you may know, I don't know who's watching right now, but in the past, I've used templates for these streams. I think it's way faster. My templates just have basic drum patterns and stuff like that, but it's something that helps me to get started quicker. So this is a template I have open. I have the tempo set right now to 140. We might change that. We'll play around with the speed once we have a better idea of what we're doing. But this is the template, and I'll play the drum pattern that I have set up right now. Nothing too crazy, simple. So drum sounds are something unique in their own way, especially for bass music. You want a certain range for the kick and the snare and all that stuff. The main thing is that, of course, you want your drums to hit really hard. I always recommend layering kicks, layering snares. All that stuff will help you to fatten your drum sound, and they can all be EQ'd together to kind of fit together. You just have to get the right combination of sounds. Some kicks have deeper tones to them. Some of them have the click in it, like more high-end trebly, actually like impact noise. And I think all of that's really useful. And if you select the right sounds, then you'll be set. Like I said, you want it to just hit really hard. I have my kicks here. I have 3 kicks layered together. So each kick, it's just quarter notes on the quarter note. The kick's hitting every quarter note, and I'm hitting the snare on the 3. I have a crash right here that I've put a crossfade on that kind of shortens it and sounds more like a hi-hat. So that's always good. I layer every other kick with that. At least that's what I've been doing lately. And it's been working out really well. So that's what we got there. We got our hi-hats underneath. You can see this pattern here. lots of new toys since last time I streamed. I have some new plugins and stuff to show you guys, so we'll definitely get to that stuff. Let's get to the meat of the song, though. Let's get a concept down. I have, in my bass groups here, I have an open MIDI track, so I'm going to open up Serum. That brings us to this initial patch, and I do have kind of an idea of what I want to do today. Usually I kind of just improv as I go, but when we were sound checking, I found something kind of really, really cool and something that I think will sound good. So let's start with that. I have Faceplant is another plugin that I don't currently have on this computer, but I did manage to get the wavetables that come with it and import them into Serum. They have really cool wavetables, so if you can find that, if you can buy it or however you can find it, that would be it'd be helpful. I think there's tons of wavetable packs out there, and I haven't even scratched the surface with them. I'm still just going through these. These are insane. The one that I really liked earlier was Metallic Comb. It's under Spectral here, and it's just kind of this, you'll see. Let me play it here. So when you turn this wavetable, now the wavetable position, if you click the wavetable here, it'll show a more 3D model of what's going on, and you can just move this wavetable position. And the best way for me to explain it is just to, if you look at the image as you're moving it and the shape of the yellow line, you can kind of visualize what's happening. This wavetable just has, different points that just sound different, and with every sound I believe there's a sweet spot. So I think that's something you just got to play around with. But let's change the wavetable as I'm hitting this. You get a little harmonic tone there. Another harmonic tone right there. Very cool. I love Serum. It's amazing, honestly. So okay, let's do this. So I'm going to turn the level down and apply LFO1 to it. We're going to set it to trigger instead of off. So that means every time I hit the key, it's going to start from the beginning of the LFO shape. I'm going to enable triplets because that's what I was using. I was using a triplet kind of pattern. That's pretty cool. I'm also going to apply the LFO1 shape to the wavetable position so it evolves a little bit as we are hitting those quarter notes. Gotta find that sweet spot. That's always important. And then I'm going to turn on oscillator B. I'm going to turn it all the way down because we're just going to be using it for FM synthesis. From what I understand, FM synthesis is it basically takes two different wavetables and modulates one through another. So it's a multiplier that basically modulates one oscillator through another oscillator, and it can create harmonic tones in this case. In a lot of bass music, that's what it's used for. And honestly, from what I understand about more modern stuff, they've been using just basic wavetables and applying FM synthesis, and you can come up with some pretty crazy sounds. It's amazing, once you add the computer into the whole equation. They used to have FM through analog synths and all that stuff, and they were hard to tweak and get the exact sweet spot like I was talking about. But once you once you put it in a computer, I mean, you can have these perfect measurements, and it'll do the same thing every time. So it's super nice. There's a lot of combinations of wavetables. That's what the best part of Serum is, that you can run things through different oscillators. So that's really nice. I'm going to so I set FM from B here. I'm going to turn it up, and I think I had it about right there. I like that. So that's what we got there. Filter. I'm gonna apply a filter. I'm gonna see what filters I can apply to it. Now, some of these filters actually will change your sound dramatically. I know there's the comb filter, which is really popular. You can do some really crazy stuff with it. I'm not going to use that for this sound. I'm actually not going to use a filter because I like this sound a lot the way it is. It's pretty basic right now, but we can do so much more to it. I'm going to get the compressor, apply multiband. If you turn the threshold down, you can get more power out of it. Nice. I'm also going to add distortion. Don't forget, when you're messing with your serum effects, the order on the left-hand column does matter. It will send one through the next, so you want to definitely have them in the right order, because that'll change your sound dramatically too. So that's cool. I'm going to make this shape a little bit. So let's mess around with this here. I'm going to just play the beat and see what I got. Cool. I like it. I like the sound. I like it with the drums and everything. It's a little basic right now, but we're gonna just hang in there. We'll get it. We'll get it nice. So let us record here. I'm just going to start at the beginning of the drum beat and kind of do that basic pattern. This is all recorded in MIDI, so I can always alter anything after the fact. After I record. So here we go. So we want that to flow well. There's too many breaks in it, I think. So let's mess with the MIDI. Let's quantize it, because I realized I didn't come in exactly on the right timing for the second half. Here we go. Right there, I want it to come back in. So let's drag this note back like this and extend this one here. I'm going to come up here and adjust the drums. I want the drum kick to hit. So we're going to go. So right there, we want that kick to hit hard. And the snare, honestly. So it's going to go. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So right there, I'm going to add that same, I'm going to add those same two notes at the end of that one. And we're going to repeat this pattern, I believe. For now, it'll be fine. We want to, one thing about this genre of music, super important, and I can't express enough, layer every single sound. It really makes a difference. You want this stuff to be big, and really, in most, like, the way to achieve the quality of some of these other tracks that are already released, they have so many tracks layered together, and with the right EQing and everything, you can kind of just take all your pieces and fit them nicely tight together and make them sound like one unit. So even if it doesn't sound like one unit right now, when we get to the mixing stage, which I don't know if we're going to get to for this stream, but when the song gets to the mixing stage, everything kind of just falls into place. And eventually I do want to have some mixing live streams too, where I'll pull up a session that's pretty much done and mix live. I think that'll be really cool. So for now, let's do some more production. I'm going to duplicate the sound and alter it and try and layer it. So here's the one sound we have. Let's look at the other sound. So we want to just layer it. It's weird when you get into tones. It kind of gets different. Like the music theory, I guess it still applies, but it's different than just adding harmonies. When you're adding tonal layers, it's totally different. So we'll kind of mess with that here. Let's see what we can do. Beast. So I have one soloed right now. I'm gonna kind of just get the sweet spot and then try them together. Oh, that's nice. Maybe a cleaner sound like that. So I like that sound for more definition in the sound itself. It's really basic right now. I'm really just leaving it basic on Serum, but sometimes I think less is more there, because the more you add the effects, you start modulating everything, you're leaving room open for more noise, and that's okay if you know how to subtract that noise as you go, but it can get really messy and stuff like that. It's still not a reason to stay away from the effects, but if you like it, you like it. You don't have to, not every Serum sound has to be crazy detailed, like complex. Let's go to noisy and see what these do. I'll play it here. Jeez. You see, that would produce a bad overtone. Interesting. Let's see what that sounds like. I think that last note, I don't want to repeat the same notes. There it is. Move it down here. Okay, so I would say layer 2 and layer 3 are too similar. So let's fix that. Let's combine those together. Okay, so I'm going to go back to layer 3 because I did like layer 2. Yeah, it's too noisy, but I guess that's what the wavetable's called, so, or the category. So let's go back. Spectral has some really nice ones. Let's go to Spectral Sub and see what this is all about. It's interesting. Let me see. So this has a lot of highs on it. I'm gonna try and cut that out. It's not looking like it's coming out. Yeah. Nah, too messy. Let's keep going. Oh, that's interesting. Let's try them together. Let's try that with the drums. Okay, cool. That's nice. Let's so I'm gonna kind of take the second half and deactivate it right now because, like I said, second half I'd like to kind of change things up a little bit. I think the pattern's cool. I think we need other stuff in the drop, but I do think the overall pattern is unique, and I think it'll work. Next is a sub, very important. I'm going to create that in Serum. I'm actually going to duplicate the same sound since we have the shape already set. I'm going to move this track specifically to the subcategory. So let's paste it right there. We've got it there. Let's see, there it is. Okay, now it's in the subcategory. Let's take this sound now, isolate it, and get a nice sub sound. There's a couple different ways to go about doing this. A lot of people like to use a sine wave. A new thing is this triangle wave. If you round it off, it sounds pretty cool. It can create some harmonic tones though, so you want to kind of see. We'll fix that clipping too. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna duplicate that because that was good. We'll come back and do more EQing. Oh, you know what? Let me get that high end out. That's a clipping noise that can sometimes just be created when using Serum, but you know, it's still doing it. If I put, so I have this LFO tool. This is one of the new plugins I was talking about. If I turn up the smoothness, there it is. Very nice. Yeah, it gets rid of it very nicely. Very nice. Okay, I am going to duplicate the bottom two layers because I think they're still good layers, and then let's alter that top sound to kind of hit differently. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to come here and mess with the wavetable position again. I remember there were two harmonic tones that I could get out of this sound by changing this position, so let's see what we can do. Let's hear what that sounds like. Something's weird about that harmonic tone, so let's keep moving. Let's keep going through the spectral beast here. It's interesting. Such a habit to do these like freaking hand signs. Just like feel like I'm DJing. Ooh. Oh, I'm changing the wrong one. And that's something that happens super easily. Let me make sure I'm back where I was. Okay, my bad. Let's go to the other one. Here we are. I liked that, though. That organ was nice. So let's go back to that. Get some more of that. it's a little messy. You definitely want to make sure you're using like clean sounds, especially with layering like this, because sound stacks on itself. So you want to stack everything neatly. I do like that sound, but let's see what else we got. That's crazy. Comb filter's nuts. Let me see what I can do with that. It's crazy. I love doing this. Still looking for it. Okay. Okay, let's see how different that is. I think that's actually pretty different. Let me hear that solo. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Drop it. Something about it's too singular to me, so just bear with me. I'm just trying to find a good layer here. This is just also part of the process. Takes time. You don't want to just choose whatever. It's kind of cool. Let's keep going. It's all just about finding that sweet spot. This sound needs to be it just needs to be different than the first sound. It's too close. So I'm going to go back to that first one that we had because I did like it. It's called Ew. Too close as well. Let's see. Screams? Let's see what Screams has. Let's see. Let us see. Something here's got to work. We'll go back to saws. No, not saws. Let's try evolving. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Okay, I think we found it. I'm gonna do more to it. Yeah. All right, we found something. That's cool. I like it. There's way more we can do to that stuff. I'm gonna come back to it. And let's see now. We want something right there that's maybe like a lead part or something to kind of diversify what's going on. I'm going to pull up Serum. I have some presets that I've downloaded that are pretty cool, and I'm going to mess with them. Let's see what kind of sounds we got here. They're all leads. Big brass, brass back. Ooh, interesting. Dun, dun. Interesting. Let's see, what do we got going on? Is there master tuning? There is not. It is just slightly detuned. Which is cool. That's it. I like that register. Let's quantize that. Sustain. Cool. Just tweaking the sound a little bit. So this one, I'm going to put the dun, dun, dun at the end of that there, so we will set that. Dun, dun. All right. And maybe we layer it with an octave lower. So the way to do that in sorry, that was really loud. The way to do that in Ableton is to highlight everything, hold shift, and hit the down on the keyboard. Turn the low layer down there. Cool, cool. Let's see. What do we got here? We got the drums. Let's see what the drums are doing now. So now that we have a better idea of what the pattern is, I think it's cool to start messing with these drums. Gonna go down here and paste it. But let's see. Let's take this. I want to add a tone to it. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, so let's add just a little bit of vocals, and this is a basic, very basic drop, kind of gives you an idea of layering. I just wanted to highlight a couple things. I might take this drop and complete it later, but I do think it's a good start. I think there just needs to be some other stuff going on, maybe some in between like upstrokes, like something like this. Ba 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 ba, something like that. So let's get a sample, like a one-shot sample for that. I'm gonna drop it in bass here. Let's go. I like personally the Virtual Riot. I'm sure a lot of people do. I like it a lot because they just have really solid sounds that you don't really have to clean up nearly as much. So let's go to bass, one shots, boom, boom, boom. We just want something like, I've used some of these before, and you can resample them. We just want like, let's see, bass glitch. We don't want glitches. That one we can do some stuff with. Oh, excuse me. All right, I can't use this, so gotta pay it. Gotta pay Splice. Okay, so we will just create it. I'll make a sound real quick. Actually, I do have some user presets here. Probably be pretty good. Some stuff I created. Wow, crazy sounds. Let's see, I just need like a stab. Purple stabs. Lot of them. Oops. Let's go back here. Oh, okay, Russia. Crazy sounds. Crazy, crazy sounds. That's pretty cool. Let's mess with that. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Cool, let's quantize that because that was not the best performance in the world. Maybe change the tone. Oops. Oh, yes, let's save. I'm going to call this Morelli Sound Bass. Sound bass. There we go. I was doing one of these streams a couple weeks ago, and it just crashed, and I lost everything because I didn't save. So another great piece of advice is save. Command S. It's even quicker. Takes no time at all. It's totally worth it. So let's actually duplicate this track. For the second half, I will I'm gonna flatten it, and I'll show you some resampling stuff that I've learned. You can do some crazy stuff. Let's see, flatten, and let's add grain delay. This one's really cool. You can kind of change a lot of stuff about the sound here. Take some of those harsh frequencies out. some of the low ones. There's too many low. I'm also going to, let's see if I can shorten. Let me see what I can do. See if I can shorten this. Make it like a more staccato hit for this part here. I think I can if I take this side. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Nice. You just want that movement. You always want like movement. Like with these drops, the more movement, the better. So this, I'm going to... So right here, I'm going to go mixer, speaker on. We're going to just for that first half of that bar, we're going to mute that part. We're going to do it with all of these layers. I think that'll create a better impact for the second half of the drop. Like I said, I'm doing all this kind of on the spot here, and kind of just making decisions on the fly, but I think it's coming out decent. Let's mixer, speaker on, something like that. Yeah, that's nice. And we'll take out that stab right there, so it's just silent. And there is, yep, there it is. We want to go here. Yes, 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 yes. All right, well, I was going to add vocals and some more stuff. My Splice subscription is currently not renewed, so I'm just going to end it there, I think. That is a basic bass drop, and that's something, it's a method that you can kind of, if you like this method, you could try it and try and do it this way and just add on to it as you go. And one thing that I do is, like, I'm never married to any concept. I'm always taking stuff and switching it around. I could take this pattern and change it. I probably will. If I'm really fully producing this thing, I would go into it and just try every possible combination of sounds and stuff and tweak more of the sound design, stuff like this. Maybe this drop will work on next time I stream too, and we'll keep building onto it. Maybe do it that way. Still trying to decide how I'm going to structure these streams. But for the moment, I'm just going to be producing and explaining. But yeah, like I said, I'll play it one more time here. Let's play a little bit back. I have just a fake build here. Alrighty, and that's it, guys. That's a wrap. Next time, I will be probably pulling up the same session and continuing to build on it. I would like to take songs further on the stream and show more detailed methods of how to get to a completed point. So stay tuned for that. I'll be on every Wednesday around this time. I'll start posting beforehand and let everybody know when I'm going to be on. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If not, send me a message in my inbox. My Instagram is Morelli Sound. You can go to morellisound.com, which also has a contact page. You can contact me there. Please, guys, if you're watching or if you have anything that you would like to learn, please don't hesitate to ask me. That'll help me better organize these streams so that you guys can get the most out of it. That's the purpose of the stream, is to kind of just show my methods, and hopefully somebody who's watching will, take something from it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Again, morellisound.com has all my music, and well, not all my music, but it has a decent amount of my music, and a contact page if you need anything at all: services, mixing, engineering, mastering, anything like that. Contact me, feel free, and I'll get back to you. So thank you guys. I appreciate you watching, and have a good one. We'll see you next week.